Hello guys, and welcome to a new video. So today we've got VAE Sports Hades showing a little bit of a different way of Sui Lalo, as many people are using Zaps, but he's using a clone spell and some skelly spells, and yeah, so I'm gonna try and break down the attacks as good as I can. So I'm gonna show you his equipment so that you can try this yourself as well. And so by the looks of it, he's using his skelly spells, one or two of them, to help get his queen and his king some extra value, and he's looking to get pathing or the enemy heroes, and depending on the base he's using them together or separate. And if he feels like he needs one of the skeleton spells for something else, he will probably use it for the town hall, so he can trigger it at a certain time, which is nice for him. So yeah, let's get into it. So dropping the king to get some nice value in that compartment, and the queen alongside, which is creating a nice path at the 3 o'clock area. And that's what I mean with the skelly spell. Normally the town hall would not be triggered yet, but he's going to be using that skelly spell to trigger it nicely. So king and queen got some decent value. Would be nice if the eagle goes down, but it does not, so... Okay, here's the Lalo, using the slammer because, yeah, I mean, it's the only real siege machine to use in this case. So here comes the skelly spell, perfectly placed, and then he needs to rage, or at least, yeah, rage and freeze the town hall. There we go. So he's dropping the royal champion to help support there, and it's going to be taking down that multi-archer tower, and it's going to be taking multi-archer tower shots. So using the clone to get the scatter down quickly, and yeah, as you can see, this is already looking crushed. Really, really nice attack. So we got a box base anti-2 here, and if he wants to get a scatter or one of the enemy or both of the enemy heroes, he's gonna need more wall breakers, and he's gonna be, normally he's using it on either sides, so king separate from the queen, and this way he can't really break in there, so he's choosing to go for the eagle and just get some extra value there and just put both heroes together. So here we go, skelly spell to help get some extra value, and another one since there's single infernos next to it. And yeah, that leaves a lot of base left to Lalo, so he's going to be doing an early blimp probably, or well, like an early Lalo with early warden ability and then blimp the town hall. And since he has the clone spell, he could use the clone spell on the town hall, or he can use it anywhere else. So he's starting the Lalo now. There we go. King and queen got some decent value. Hope the king still gets that enemy hero as well, and it looks like it. So here's the warden ability, protecting everything nicely, and the blimp is cruising along. So he's hitting the tornado, but because he's cloning and raging, he still gets the town hall down, so that's no problem at all. So it's actually looking pretty good because he has single infernos. There's not a lot of things left which are a problem for his Lalo, and he also still has the royal champion with its ability. So yeah, this is looking absolutely crushed. Very nice hit. So we got a nice ring base over here with most of the high DPS buildings inside the core, so he won't be getting a lot of value from his heroes. So he's gonna try to use his king and his queen separate to take out the enemy heroes and the X-bow, etc., and create a little bit of pathing. So he's going to be using the king on the left side with a baby dragon to make sure that the king goes inside. Nice wall break. So at this point he's not using a Skelly spell for his king because he doesn't feel like he'll get a lot of extra value with that multi-inferno behind it. And the queen on the other side with a Skelly to help protect her. Okay, nice CC, not really gonna do anything for his Lalo. So at this point he could use his Skelly anywhere, but I think he's gonna be saving it just in case he needs to trigger the Town Hall on an ideal moment, but let's find out. Okay, dropping in the RC. And there comes the Lalo. He's going to be using the Slammer because he feels confident he's getting the Town Hall. Dropping his freezes and his hastes on point. And soon he's going to be using an early Warden ability, healing up those balloons a bit again. And because he still has a backhand small Lalo, it's not the end of the world if his Lalo dies on the Town Hall. Obviously he would like to have some survive, but as you can see with the remaining Lalo he had, he's still taking the base down. So very nice hit. So this base looks pretty toxic. It's got a really heavy core with those triple multi-infernos with the Rage Tower. So he's using the king to take down the Eagle compartment, and he's getting into a Tesla farm, which is actually nice with the gauntlet because yeah, they're not really stopping him. And he's using the queen on the side and the royal champion next to it to get as much synergy on all three of them as possible. And he's looking to get at least that multi-inferno down, or that's like the ideal scenario. So would have loved to have the CC pull a little bit earlier so that the queen would not be in range of that ricochet cannon, but unfortunately it's not going his way. So he's going to be starting the Lalo, and he still has a Skelly spell to open the Town Hall. So if he times this correctly, yeah, he will be able to get that Town Hall down. So he needs to drop that Skelly now. So using the freeze first. I don't know what he's waiting for now. Okay, there it comes. So using the tome, but no freeze here. So I think unless he knows something I don't, this was a little bit of a mistake. So he's going all in now, getting those extra loons for the Town Hall, using that haste. So I think he's got this. I think he should be getting this. And as you can see, the rest of the base, the only thing still standing between the triple is that Inferno, which just went down. So yeah, even with a small mistake, I think, yeah, this is an overwhelming triple. So this is a pretty toxic base once again, with 2 rage towers with multi-infernos in range of it, so it will be hard to Lalo those areas. And he's going to be using the king and the queen separate to take down the scatter and the enemy queen and the enemy RC. So just use the skelly to let the king get a little bit more value. Just lure the CC as well, which is obviously triple ice golem, so that's not going to be a huge issue. So he's using the other skelly spell on the scatter shot to hopefully get more value from his queen, because he needs that eagle and the scatter shot down. He feels like he can get enough percentage by the time he lands near the town hall, so he's not going to be using the skelly spell there. So he's starting his Lalo, just got a troll Tesla and another one, alright. So the slammer will be taking care of at least that multi-inferno and ideally the other one as well, but I think that's too much to hope for. Here comes the Lalo at the top side. So he needs that town hall to go to open soon. And there we go. So as you can see, it's looking crushed already because he's got so many spells left, like it's insane. So good warden ability, and now all he can do is just clone anywhere he feels like he needs those loons, and then just haze through the whole base. Look at this, absolutely crushed. Also has the royal champion with its ability, like absolutely crushed. So up to this base, which is a pretty common base, but since he's really high up in Legend League, I think this will be a baited base, or at least trapped very differently. So he's using his king and his queen together. King just took down the enemy queen, and the queen is going to be taking down that multi-inferno and the expo, etc. So he's also using the royal champion to create a little bit more pathing, and I think he's trying to get that sweeper down with his ability, but let's find out. Okay, there we go. So this will mean he can Lalo into the eagle, I think. Let's find out. Alright, nice, that inferno went down, that's clutch. Okay, so he's not gonna be Laloing into the eagle. He's just going to be Laloing from 9 o'clock, and as you can see, because of the RC, there's a really nice path into the town hall, so he feels safe enough to use the slammer and not the blimp. So normally with Lalo you see people using the life gem on the warden, but since he's often using the slammer and using the warden a little bit later, I think he feels like the healing tome will be more value, since it will also bring his Lalo up to almost full health. So there we go. He still has a freeze left, and this is already crushed, like, yeah, crushed.